Testing, testing, testing. Did that come through? Maybe. Yes.
Yep.
Awesome. Hello. Yay, technical difficulties. It's not an artsy stream without technical difficulties, isn't it? I am not the artsy gamer. I am HUBSMOD.
Listen,
I don't make art. I play games. I encourage others to do the same. So here in my cozy corner that I'll be streaming from, I know that Artsy is a cozy content creator, and although I don't play Animal Crossing as my cozy game, I did think, what brings coziness to my life? And then I thought, nothing really says warm, cozy, comforting, familiar as rampaging through the medieval German countryside, slaughtering bandits, killing dragons, stopping witches, the usual. Spreadsheets, yes. So today we are going to be playing a game called Darklands. It is, I think, published in 1992 by Microprose, the same company that brought us Civilization, if you're familiar with that major franchise. Darklands is one of those RPG games that is literally decades ahead of its time in this tiny little, like 7 megabyte file program that fit on 3.5-inch floppy disks. It had things like an entire open world RPG. It did things like pausable real-time combat long before Baldur's Gate was a thing. And several other, and a very, very, very in-depth, extensive character design system, which we will look at as we make our characters. But before we get started, should probably say our hellos. So, hello Diesel. Hello Artsy masquerading as HUBSMOD. Hello Audie. That's all I've got right now, but that's okay. Let's see here. I need to turn on desktop audio. And we will get started. Maybe. It's not wanting to start from there, so I will have to start it from a different location. Not that one. Yes, you can take a look at my beautiful scan of the physical map that came with the game. That's something that we'll look at in a little more detail, but you've got a nice dragon on the borders and a map key. This is the area that we'll be playing in. It is medieval Germany and Greater Poland area with a little bit in Denmark. But gotta love misbehaving programs when they don't start when you tell them to. So this should work. There we go. In medieval Germany, reality is more horrifying than to see. And we'll look at the awesome pixel art introduction. Let me know, make sure if the sound is coming through for the game. So we've got a gargoyle that's waking up. A little bit louder than me. Okay, we will reduce the desktop audio. How's that? Gargoyle takes flight, and he's going to fly over a graveyard. I'll lower it a bit more. Flying to a lit window. And he lands and he peers in. And what does it see? Gratuitous 90s boob window.
Welcome to Darklands.
Hello, Caitlin.
Welcome.
All right, so we're here at the intro screen now. They had a quick start option where they have 4 pre-made characters that you can play, but I thought it would be more fun if we make our own characters. That also, hopefully, people in our chat can join in and help me name these people. So we will go to create a character. And the 4 pre-made characters are Gretchen, Gunther, Hans, and Ebhard. We will make our own character. And this is what looks to be a ridiculously complicated wall of text, but we'll help here. The first thing we have to decide is gender, male or female, and names. So we have to make a full name and a nickname. The nickname is what will show up on the party screen most of the time, and the full name shows up in longer form, written stuff. I can be as ridiculous as you want your channel to be, Artsy. Well, I can wait. First of all, I guess we should start with gender. Character 1, male or female? All right, so I got male first. We'll make the second one female. Got this nice little button here, make him a woman. If I click on that, turns the character female, and then I can click make her a man, and bloop, back to male. If only it was that easy in real life. Enter a new name. So, McButts. Is that something I'm seeing? Is that, you want that to be the surname? You want that to be the nickname? Hey, Artsy, I'm not the one making the names here. If you've got a problem, it's your chat. Ralph McButts, the most German name ever to cross the face of the earth. Ralph McButts. Now, what nickname do we want? Right now, the nickname is Johannes. Hello, my name is Johannes. Short for Ralph. Ralph McButts. Inigo? Inigo! Inigo McButts. You sat on my father, prepared to die. We'll go to create a nickname here, and Inigo. And if you have never seen The Princess Bride, get on that. It is a cult classic, and one of my favorite movies of all time. Okay. Good. Oh, Audie, you've never seen Princess Bride. Ooh. Ooh, you are in for a treat. All right. We have a series of statistics for our characters. I'm going to begin childhood here. And one of the awesome things about this character creation is that you can start with a character anywhere from aged 15 to age, I think, 95, actually. And every time you advance their age by 5 years, you choose a new profession, and it gives them more skills. But as they age, they start losing some of their primary attributes. So they get weaker, for example. So it's a trade-off of how old you want your adventurers to be. When we select a family background, we choose nobility, wealthy urban family, town trades family, country crafts family, urban commoners, and rural commoners, kind of top to bottom social hierarchy sort of thing. Each one of these backgrounds gives you different stats to start with. Not only your primary attributes, which are endurance, how much fighting you can do before you fall unconscious, strength, when strength reaches 0, you die. It's like your true hit points. They recover much slower than endurance does. Agility is going to be like how well you can dodge traps or ranged weapons. Perception is how well you notice traps. Intelligence is used for things like communicating with people who are also educated, since this is, 15th century Germany, not everybody's educated. And charisma is your smooth talking skills. Nobility is kind of considered the default. You get slightly different stats changes for different family backgrounds, and this EP, this nice little red bubbly vial here in the middle of the screen, is the number of points you have to spend to increase your attributes. Different professions, different backgrounds give you different points to spend. No charisma for McButts. Are you sure about that? No Boris voice for McButts? Oh, Artsy hates that voice, and I think they know where I sleep, so I probably shouldn't, even though I really want to do that. Okay, I do need one person to be the party face and actually have charisma. So if you don't want it to be McButts, we need to pick someone else for that later on. Ah, Mac Booty. Ah, his Scottish cousin. Yeah, you're right. Shakira MacBooty. Her hips don't lie. Okay. So, I think I'm breaking Artsy over here. I think they may be having regrets right about now. It's a 16+ channel. It's okay. I have said nothing that you wouldn't hear in the halls of a high school so far. Shakira Hips McBooty? Okay. What do we want my background to be for McButts? Ralph McButts. Is it nobility, wealthy urban, town trades, country crafts, urban commoners, or rural commoners? Okay, town trades. So I've got 93 points to spend. I can increase these skills. This kind of works on a point-buy system. The more points you spend, the more expensive it gets to increase the stats. And I generally, the way I like to do this, because I like characters that don't die, is I start by increasing endurance and strength, because those are going to be my primary combat attributes, to at least 35. And then I increase one of the other stats to make them kind of my party person for that. So do we want McButts here to be the intelligent one? I'll make them my alchemist. Do we want them to be the perceptive one? Do we want them, you say no charisma here, so they won't be the charismatic one. Strong like bull, dumb like rock. Okay, then we will go even higher on the endurance and the strength. And maybe we'll make them perceptive. Can I get all the way up to 40? I think I can. Okay. Last point into agility. So dumb like rock, strong like bull, even less charisma than the intelligence. Rock hard abs. Exactly. Hello, Belle. Welcome in. Welcome to HUBSMOD After Dark. The stream where Artsy starts to regret ever letting HUBSMOD step in front of a camera. Oh, we want to make them agile too? Okay. We'll drop the perception a bit. I generally don't increase agility too much because, unfortunately, when you're in big, heavy armor, it's kind of hard to dodge. It goes clanky clank. Alright, done changing attributes. So, we now have occupations. Inigo Ralph McButt is 15 years old and has his whole life ahead of him. So, what do we want his first profession to be? We've got recruit, which makes him a member of the military, just starting out, fresh out of basic. Oblate, which I believe is some clerical position. Could be a novice monk or nun. Well, monk, because it wouldn't be a nun being male. A peddler, a local trader, kind of moves between a few villages. A student, which would increase his intelligence. Apprentice craftsman, journeyman craftsman. A basic laborer, a vagabond, a swindler, a thief, a peasant, or a bandit. How does he start? A laborer or a recruit? So if you notice as I put my cursor over these stats, over these occupations, these numbers start to change. Each profession has a certain number of free points to spend. If we take a look along the center column, it's a number, a colon, and then another number. For example, if I put my cursor over recruit, we see that the first line, W edge, that's edged weapons like swords. The number 8 appears to the left, in the column to the left there. That tells us that if I choose to be a recruit, his stats in edged weapons will automatically go up by 8. And then I can spend an additional 4 points with the points that I get from the free spend points from the profession. Our weapon stats are edged weapons, swords, axes, impact weapons, cudgels, maces, hammers, flail weapons, of which there's only 2 in the game, so I generally don't pick them because there's no options. Pole arms, which are spears, and also halberds. And then the 3 ranged weapons. Throwing weapons like javelins, throwing axes, and throwing knives, bows, short bows, long bows, composite bows, and missile devices, which are crossbows and arbalists, and also very, very rudimentary gunpowder weapons. The second set are the educational skills. That's alchemy, religion, virtue, which is how pious you are according to the 15th century church. Speak common, how well you can interact with the unwashed masses. Speak Latin, how well you interact with the priest and clergy and people in universities. And reading and writing, because not everybody reads and writes. And the final set are the more trade skills. So you've got healing, artifice, which is your pickpocketing or your lockpicking ability, stealth, streetwise, which is how well you navigate streets to avoid danger or talk your way out of it sometimes. Your riding skill, and then your woodwise skill, which is like survival. How well you track, how well you can feed people in the woods. How do you deal with? Can you deal with wild boars or wolves or things like that? Okay, so we'll go with recruit because big dumb. Diesel, what kind of weapons do you want this guy to use? Swords, cudgels, or spears? Hammer. Impact it is. It is hammer time. Alrighty. And I like to give everybody a ranged weapon. So do you want him to be throwing weapons? Do you want him to use bows? Or do you want him to use crossbows and later handguns? Hello, Kitty. Welcome to HUBSMOD After Dark. Any thoughts, Diesel? Give him the boomstick. Right, well, we won't be able to afford a boomstick for a while because we're just going to be poor people. We'll have to save up for that. All right, and I got a few more points to spend. I always like to increase virtue because the Catholic Church is a very monolithic organization. Reading and writing, speaking abilities, not so important for the big dumb brute. And they're perceptive, so I guess they'll be our artificer. Do a little bit of artifice there. They're military, so they can probably ride. Got a whole bunch of other points to spend, so I'll just increase these stats, because they're generally stuff that people can get some benefit out of. I'll give us some throwing ability too, because we won't be able to afford a crossbow early on. And 2 more points. We'll just go there. Okay. Do we want to start him off here and make him a? I guess he's 20 now. Do you want him to be a 20-year-old adventurer? Or do you want to give him some more profession time before he decides to leave his life and become an adventurer? This is way more advanced than D&D is. D&D is super simple compared to character creation here. 20 years old? Okay. Then Ralph McButts has been added to our character sheets. New character. Make him a woman. Currently the name Gudrun Hutton. Gudrun Hutton. Who is this Shakira McBooty? Is that what we said this one's going to be? Okay, is Hips the first name or is Hips the nickname? Hips is the nickname. Okay. So, enter a new name. Shakira McBooty with the nickname Hips. Hey Hips, how you doing? All right. Hips. Is Hips a member of the nobility? Is she from a wealthy urban family, a town trades family, a country crafts family? Is she urban commoner or rural commoner? Looks like Audie came first on this one, so we will do a country crafts. We'll do another town trades on next. Okay. we are going to be super friendly. Max charisma. There we go. She's still pretty strong. Not as strong as Inigo Ralph McButts. She's not very perceptive, more very smart, but those hips don't lie. I was a little too slow there and I hit, sorry about that, Diesel. I hit, well, we'll just stick her in some full plate. She doesn't need to dodge when she doesn't have to, She is very strong, and all my characters I make strong because I don't like them dying. So when we get to our alchemist, they will be strong and smart. Diesel, maybe the hips get in the way of the dodging. Doesn't matter that she's swaying them back and forth, they still get hit. Alright. We want hips to be full on speaky. So let's go with an occupation that will increase their speak common. Craftsman, 4 and 6, 5 students can speak pretty well. Local trader. She's from a crafts family. Maybe that would make sense. Does she start life as a peddler or a trader? She gets more charisma if she becomes a trader. But her strength goes down slightly. A crafter. The problem is crafters don't... Well, they get a little bit of speaking ability, I guess. We could do that. Alright, we'll go with Journeyman Craftsman. I guess Hips here was able to show off that she's got some craftiness, and they skipped the apprentice stage and went right to the journeyman stage. So while I sit here and I increase Hips' speaking abilities, what would you like their weapon of choice to be? Edge, impact, or polearms? Oh, that makes sense. You start from a craft family, you start as a journeyman. Okay. Night Bell, thanks for hanging out. Swords, polearms. Stabby stabby. We love the stabby stabby. And yeah, get some reach. And you can really put your hips into the swing too, or the thrust. Are we throwing stuff? Are we using a bow? Or are we doing guns and crossbows? Thrust. Throwing. Throwing it is. All right. I'm just going to up a couple of these slightly with my bonus points I have left. Are we starting Hips off at 20 as well? Or are we going to have her continue her mundane, boring life before she decides, forget that, I'm going to go seek fame and glory? Artsy wants her to be a more refined older woman. Oh, good. I'm glad that I'm providing amusement for Diesel. Older? All right. Next occupation. Hips has spent 5 years as a journeyman craftsman. Starting out, for the next 5 years of her life, her choices are recruit, again, join the military, oblate, become a clerk type person, join the monastery as a novice nun, go into the local trader, become a student at a university, a journeyman craftsman again, or maybe advance to master craftsman, take up some time as a common laborer, or become a thief. Laborers and thieves don't learn to speak very well. Master craftsman, okay. Master craftsmen don't get much opportunity to practice their military skills, so they don't get to advance too much with their polearms and their throwing weapons, but they do get a little bit. It's okay. We'll go here and we'll boost speak common a little bit more. And let's go with, yeah, we'll make them streetwise. They know their way around town. And Diesel, I'm not calling them a streetwalker. All right, are we stopping at 25 or are we moving on to our 30s? $25 is good. Okay. We've got Ralph McButts and Shakira McBooty on our character lists. New character. All right. I want this one to be our alchemist. So, man or woman? It's true. Things do start to hurt in your 30s. Lady. Okay. Make him a woman. Looks like her name starts out as Matilda Weber. Who is she really deep inside? She may have started as a Weber, but she knows in her heart her true name is Coco. Okay. Coco Bean. Wednesday Addams. Is Coco her first name or is it her nickname? Wednesday Cocoa Bean. Okay, so nickname is Coco. And her real actual name is Wednesday Bean. Yes. Hello, my name is Penny Nichols, but all my friends call me Dimes. I just make shit up. Come on, Artsy. Not everything that comes out of my mouth is from something else. I do have unique thoughts from time to time. We talked about wanting a town trades family, so I think we'll make them a trades family. Wednesday here is incredibly intelligent. Not charismatic at all, though. Let's be honest. Doesn't do the whole feelings thing. Love language is memes. No. No, you're not wrong. Give her a little bit more agility there. Hi, Ruby. Welcome to HUBSMOD After Dark. Apparently 16 plus for a reason. You know, while we're talking attributes and all this, when in the lead up to here, Artsy was really geeking out about the fact that I would be streaming and was thinking about branding, and it kind of melted my heart, and it made me think about how excited I got when they wanted to first start stream and how I wanted to think of all the things and help them out. And so I was like, Artsy's the artsy gamer. Should I be the spreadsheet gamer? But then I realized that, you know, that would mean that my nickname, if they're artsy, I would have to be spreadsy, and that sounds a little spicier than I think Artsy wants to be associated with. The spreadsy gamer. I think I broke them. Spreadsheets play games. Oh yeah. Oh. Wednesday here is a student. I'm just going to make that decision right now. Wednesday knows her alchemy. Wednesday knows her Latin. Wednesday knows how to read and write. Wednesday can do a little bit of healing. The question is, what kind of weapon does Wednesday use? Audie, you're getting a little glimpse into the window of what our life is like. Artsy can't, in good conscience, say that this is not a nice example of the way we tease each other. Sword, axe. Okay, all of these are edged weapons, so we will boost the edge. Wednesday's edgy. Does Wednesday throw things? Does she use a bow? Or will she be going the crossbow and gun route? I'm getting a crossbow. Okay. Crossbow it is. And sword. Okay. We can do that. We have the technology. It is the 15th century, 1400s. I can math. She seems like the sort of person that could do some artifice. Give her a little bit of stealth. A tiny bit of streetwise. The 1990s. All right. I'm going to make Wednesday, I think, a little bit older here because I can now choose Alchemist as a profession. And by choosing Alchemist as a profession, although it really gives her no power with weaponry, because apparently alchemists don't like to use weapons, what it does do is give me a whole bunch more alchemy skill. And it gives me access to formula. And so, I will know, or Wednesday will know the ability to make a potion called Essence of Grace. Essence of Grace is a healing potion, which is actually ridiculously important in this game. And the beautiful thing about this game is that the stats develop as we use them. So if we decide somewhere down the line, it's like, you know what? I don't want Wednesday to use crossbows. I want them to actually throw shit. All we have to do is equip a throwing weapon on them and let him miss a whole bunch of times. And they'll eventually get good at it. These stats go up to 99. Okay. We'll start Coco Wednesday Bean off at 25 years old. Wednesday actually has very poor alchemy skills right now. She's going to cause a lot of explosions before she actually makes something that works. We've got 3 characters. We have 1 more to make. Character number 4 should be religious. We need to know some saints because they will help us on our way with our pious praying. Hey AJ. Welcome, welcome, welcome to HUBSMOD After Dark. Man or woman? Is this a couples deal? 2 men, 2 women? Or 2 women and 2 men, you know? Or are we doing a Charlie's Angels situation where we've got Mick Butts and his entourage of women? 3 women, 1 man. Okay. Roswitha Stutz. What is Roswitha's true name deep inside? The person they always wanted to be. The ladies and their token himbo. There you go. There you go. Rosy Palms. Himba Valentine. Ooh, these are all good. What's a good nun name?
Anya.
Himba Palms. We need a good name for a nun. Nunya? Nunya business. Okay, but is Nunya the first name or is Nunya the nickname? I think I like that one. First name. Okay, so enter new name. I need nickname then. Onesie. Biz Naz. Nunny. All right, Nunya business. What? What?
Biznaz.
Biznaz. Nunya Biznaz. Excuse me. Nunya Biznaz. That's who I am. What social class is Nunya Biznaz from? And don't tell me Nunya Biznaz. We need one. Bougie wealthy urban family? Okay. The bougie wealthy urban family. I think Nunya Biznaz spent their early childhood as a weightlifter and is going to be very strong under that habit. You can say that she developed good habits before donning the habit. I think we'll make her kind of well-rounded. Well-rounded hips. I don't know if we need... No. She got good Boundaries. I'm thinking I want Nunya business to be somewhere around like the 35-40 age. You know, the sort of age where you don't ask, because if you do, you're gonna get bonked. Yeah, mom friend, that's right. We're gonna start her off as a novice monk, or novice nun in this case, I guess. Maybe she started off as a novice monk and they found out and they kicked her out of seminary and she ended up at the nunnery. She got the name Nunya. Nunny. Do we want Nunya Biznaz to have a big sword, a big hammer? I mean, I've got a spear user. I want to go sword or hammer, I think, for this one. No, no, Diesel, not that seminary. I'll be good to Artsy and I won't say that on stream. Hammer, smashy, smashy. She's just the one sitting back there with the big cudgel in her hand. Tapping it on her palm. Hi, Celestine. Welcome to HUBSMOD After Dark. It is not 5 a.m. here. It is 7:47 p.m. Maybe Nunny here tried to pull a Mulan and found out. And what's Nunny's ranged weapon going to be? Throwing weapons, bows, or crossbows, missile devices, crossbows and later guns. While you guys think about that, I'll go and increase some of this stuff. Throw? Okay, you got it. Maybe we can give her throwing axes. Gotta make her religious. Just because you got found out doesn't mean that you don't want to still, you know, serve your god with a big hammer. I realize I don't have anyone that actually knows any woodwise. All these towny people are going to go outside and have no idea what the hell to do. Well, the cool thing about this game is it actually never ends. You lose party, you kill off your party, and you just make new characters and keep going. Alright. Wow. She totally got kicked out. She can't even choose none. Dang. They don't let her go any further forward. Alright, well. If Nunny is not allowed to be a nun, then we gotta find another profession that helps her religiously. Student, maybe. Vagabond. See, vagabonds aren't particularly religious, though. I don't get much in the way of religion stat increase. I do need Nunny to know the ways of the church. Recruit? Join the military? Because that's what you do when you get kicked out of seminary. You join the military. Actually, interestingly enough, I think, well, vagabonds and recruits get about the same religious training. Alright, we'll start with student. Maybe she learns to thump people in the halls of one of the local universities. Maybe with a little more intelligence, they'll let her back into the monastery. Well, she could become a hermit, I guess. She could also, now that she's gotten some education, become a clerk or a physician. You know what? Maybe she does become a physician. Maybe she's like, I cut people open for a living? The church forsaked me? Hi, Cassandra. Yeah, I think we're going to go religion. I think we'll go physician. Doc Nunny. Get that hammer. It's hammer time. And we're going to get some more religious training. Become more virtuous. A bunch of healing. Well, that leads us to Professor, although she is starting to... We can stay Physician, we can go Professor. I think this will be the last one we do. Or does she decide to forsake city life and become a hermit? What do we want? Hermit does make her more strong. The soft professor life does kind of keep letting those muscles go. Well, she's gonna be brainy regardless. I think I'll pick Hermit this time. We do want big tough mama bear. Big tough mama bear. Okay, there we go. So now we get to pick what the two-dimensional character looks like in combat. I'm gonna put Shakira McBooty as the first character in our list. Is there gonna be the party face, or hips in this case? Ba-doop. Now the cool thing about this game is just because you made him a woman, or just because you made him a man, doesn't mean they have to actually look like that in game. But I think Shakira hips McBooty will go with the nice feminine presenting outfit. So we got to pick some clothes for Shakira here. We've got green, blue, dark blue, like a midnight blue. We've got a earthy leaf brown color. We've got red and black and gray. What do we want? Yeah, Audie, I know you can't see color. Black? I was thinking we'd put Wednesday in black. I want to be able to distinguish them. Green goes with the hair. Now, the nice thing is we can actually change hair color. So we've got blonde. We've got golden hair. Like platinum blonde, blonde, brown, black, or red. Golden hair with blue. Like that. Okay. Do we want then for her sleeves? Do you want to give her blue sleeves so she's in all the same color? Do you want to give her a sleeveless dress so that it's just off the shoulders. How do we want to swing this? Okay, we can do Wednesday be black on black. Does Hips get sleeves? Is she in a full body outfit or is she in a sleeveless dress? Full sleeves. Alrighty. There we go. And the last thing we need to do is select her heraldry. So we get this nice little change in the shield icon. So we've got this one, which is an acorn. We've got a blue and silver, or blue and gray checkered pattern. I'm not sure what this is. It looks like some stylized animal of some sort. We've got red and yellow checkers. We've got a sword. We've got a heart. We've got a rose. Generic vertical line. Generic cross. Heart. Okay. Got smaller checkers. Got a dragon. Horizontal lines. Black and silver checkered. We wanted the heart. Hips gets the heart. Heart the hips. All right. Next up, who do we want second in our list? We want Ralph McButts, our himbo, our lovable himbo. We want Wednesday Bean, the misunderstood alchemist. Nunya Biznaz, Mama Bear with a cudgel. Got kicked out of seminary. Became a physician. Then decided, be all, screw that. I'm going to go live by myself as a hermit for 5 years. Who's second in our list? Nunya. Nunya Biznaz. So our character images, we've got beefy himbo look. We've got, not even sure what you would call this person. I guess it's some sort of, some full robe with a hood. We've got Fat Friar look. Or female. Twig, this one? Fat? Fat. Okay. So the hair options for the large model includes having a buzzed head down the center of all things. I wonder if that was supposed to be like going bald in the center of the head, but we can do the shave down the middle. We can do the silver shave down the middle. We can do the black shave down the middle. We can do full-headed brown, full-headed silver, or full-headed black. Take care, Belle. Ah, see, I don't know anything about modesty. Oh, thanks, Artsy. Thanks. Love you too. Full hair brown, you got it. Bloop. And do we want for the robe color, looks like we've got gray, bright gold, earthy brown, black, forest green, muted gold, or back to gray. Pretty green. Okay. I don't think we'll go with the brown belt for that. I think that looks nice. Nunny's heraldry. Want to do the acorn for this one? Is that a good... Yeah, acorn. Okay. Wednesday next, and we'll put himbo at the bottom. All right. Wednesday, are we going to make her femme with black? Is that how we want to do that? We can do everything black. We can go black hair, black dress, black sleeves. That's what you want. Yeah, you're coming through. That is strange. Okay, well, while people are deciding, I think... Yep, you all are coming through. I don't know what happened there. So I'm thinking for Wednesday, black hair, black dress, black sleeves, and the heraldry should be a sword on a black background. What kind of error did you get? Huh. Is my stream coming through, though?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Black on black is good. Okay. Black on black on black. And finally, our lovable himbo, Ralph McButts. Inigo here has hair options of blonde, gray, black, red, or like, I guess it's like a sandy colored brown or sandy gray. Blonde. Yeah. We've got blonde, gray, black, red, this sandy brown. All right. I had one vote for blonde from Diesel. Gray, red. I'm getting every single one of them. Blonde or red? Okay. We have a blonde. I think we made Hips a blonde. So I think Inigo can be our redhead. All the colors. All right, so the other two colors we get to choose are his shirt. So it's always a checkered pattern. Color 1, we've got blue, black, green, gold, orange, red. Red. Okay, red on red. Color in the second color, we've got silver, red, black, gold, teal, purple. I can't pick green, unfortunately. Can't make him a Christmas tree. Although, wait, I could make him a Christmas tree. He can go red and green. Want to have him look like that? No, it's not, Audie. I'm sorry. That's red. Christmas himbo. It's beginning to look a lot like himbo. Everywhere you go. Okay. So that is our 4 characters. Oh, we need heraldry for him. So I will flip through these pictures and someone describe to me the one that they want him to have. Nondescript ketchup animal stain. Okay, we will do that one. That was that one. I was trying to come up with something good and I just kind of spilled my drink on the shield, so there we go. What? No, I didn't spill anything on your desk, Artsy. Great. Now it is time to actually play this game. Begin the adventure. You gather around the comfortable fire at the Ludwigstoff in the city of Augsburg. Then we are agreed, asks Hips. We will swear this pact of loyalty to achieve justice and glory for all? Everybody nods. You all swear a pact as blood brothers, except there's only one of us that's male, to seek good and avoid evil, and to bring everlasting honor and glory to your names. Listen, I told you that this was cozy gaming. I am glad that I bring joy to your life, Diesel. I really am. You look around at each other. Now that we have a goal, Hips remarks wryly, how shall we achieve it? Let's visit the market and guilds in search of better equipment and more training, suggests Nunny. I've also heard that the churches and monasteries may take on students. I know this one from experience. Once we find some teachers, we can just stay here and work at various things until the money runs low. Everyone nods. A wise plan, remarks Coco. But why not take action now? Thieves infest the back streets here at night. We can gain repute, experience, and a bit of plunder by eliminating these scum. Let us also listen to rumors and visit the market to learn about tasks the merchants may have for us. There is an unhappy look on Inigo's face. Oh, poor Inigo. Don't we need fine armor and weapons? Maybe the sale of 1 or 2 valuable items would give us the funds to help everyone here. I am loath to venture into the dangerous countryside without good equipment. After discussing these issues, you decide to... And then we have a few options. Spend some time here at the Ludwigstoff, the local inn. Immediately leave the city of Augsburg for the open country. Go out the main street. Slide out the back into a side street. So this is the kind of gameplay loop that most of the game is, except like when you're on the overland map and you're in combat, is that you get narration of what's going on, and then you get to make a decision about what you do. Since I have, God, I've been playing this game since I was like 6. I have a feeling that Coco Wednesday has the right idea here. We've got basically nothing to our names. Now, the game says that when you don't have anything on, you actually have some clothing on. So Hips here, having joined the military, has some leather armor and a short spear. And there are two pieces of armor that everyone wears. There's a V, which are the vitals, which is your chest and growing area and head. And then there's the limbs, which are for your arms and your legs. Now, Hips here is wearing leather armor on her chest and nothing on her limbs, which means that she's just in clothing. Nunny just has a club and clothes. Generally speaking, you need to have spent time in a military profession as your last profession in order to start with any armor. Coco has a short sword, which goes stabby stabby, and a singular potion of Essence of Grace, the type of healing potion that she knows how to make. Nunny is naked. Hips got more clothing. Inigo here has some better gear. He's got Quirbuli, boiled leather for the vitals, regular leather for the limbs, and a club as a weapon. So each of these gear pieces has a number and a Q after that. And that is the quality of the gear. 25 quality is default standard. Everything's normal. And as you go down in quality, you start getting penalties to the stuff it's supposed to do. And you go up in quality, and it's better than typical gear for that nature. Whoops. So, Inigo here. Man, look at that chest piece. That's like, he's ripped. And that club is like half his size. Yes, 25Q is basic. Coco and Nunny got no armor. And Hips is wearing some leather chest pieces. All the armor. So, this is a very dangerous world. We are going to take up Wednesday's suggestion here, and we're going to go pick some fights with some brigands, or some thugs. And the way we're going to do this, Coco for a weapon has got a short sword right now. Everyone's got a weight limit, and it's not their carrying capacity, but their equip capacity. You get bonus to your dodging when you're on light load. When you're at normal load, it's normal. When you're at heavy load, you get a penalty, and when you're overloaded, then you're moving very slow, and that slows down your attack speed and your ability to dodge stuff. So they're all light loads right now, and I also made our characters strong, so they'll be able to equip heavy armor in this game. Stabby stabby. All right, so we're going to go out the main street. Looking down the main street of Augsburg, you set off toward... We can go to the Königsplatz, the political center, although we're kind of unknown and we won't be able to get an audience with anyone because we're nobodies. The market, the tall spires of the great churches, the crafts guild, and other darker side alleys. The Ludwigshof, a well-known inn with stables. The wharves and docks, a side street where you're less visible. A scenic grove where you can wait and relax, or one of the main gates leading out of the city. We want to pick a fight. Unfortunately, you don't get to pick fights during the day. You got to do that late at night. So we're going to go to a scenic grove where we can wait and relax. And we are going to wait until nightfall. You pause in a small grove of trees in a quiet corner of Augsburg. Here, you decide to enjoy the view for an hour, then continue. Or stroll around the grove for a complete bell, which is 3 hours, then continue. Or wait until nightfall, and we will wait until nightfall. Strolling among the trees, you find an especially soft and pleasant place, sunlit and not too windy. You settle down here, backs against sturdy oaks, and nap until nightfall. And time advances. You awaken 10 hours later. I wish I could just go to sleep like that. This appeals to the adult fantasy here. 10 hours of sleep in the middle of the day? Why not? You all feel refreshed and awake, as if you'd had a regular night's sleep. Of course, you're a bit dirtier too. The moonlit filters down through a quiet stand of trees. Amid the shadows, you decide to pause for an hour, waiting for greater quiet. Pause for an entire bell, 3 hours. find the darkest shadows and try to camp until morning, or slip away. And we are going to leave by a side street because we're going to go to the docks. Tiny gleams from occasional windows provide barely enough light to outline the buildings along the street. Amid impenetrable shadows, you move toward the empty blackness of the docks at night. Uh-oh. Suddenly, the night watch steps out from the doorway. Their leader strides forward boldly, asking, "Who violates the curfew of Augsburg?" You. I'm not going to fight them. I think instead that we will just pay the fine, because we are out after curfew. Okay. And now we are going to slip down the side street. No fight yet, so we'll go back to the docks. You stumble and trip frequently, moving through the back alleys, and more than one wrong turn slows your progress. And now we have some combat. Okay, so we start here on the right. Our enemies are called bandits. They are wearing leather armor on their vitals. They are wearing no armor on their limbs. They have a falchion for a weapon, and they are bad at using it. So, no one's got any ranged weapons. So I think what we will do here is we'll let them move a little closer. And now we will just kind of pile on them. So I press A here to attack, and I select my target. And we will just have everyone attack the same character. And we'll go for it. And we'll let the combat play out. Wednesday, you're just kind of sitting there. Not having armor is not going well for hips. Okay, so as we're having combat here, on the left-hand side of the screen, we've got our stats decreasing. When endurance, which is the blue bar, reaches 0, our character faints and is out of combat. If green reaches 0, strength, they die. And dead is dead in this game. There is no reviving. Generally speaking, unless you've done multiple fights, if you start off at full health, you'll go unconscious before you die. Endurance is lost quicker than strength is. But endurance also out of combat increases faster. So over time, your wounds will build up unless you rest and recover strength. There are different attack styles in this game. So Nunny here is taking a beating. So I'm going to switch from regular attack to parry. So she's going to focus on blocking attacks more than attacking. Since the bandit is attacking Nunny, the bandit will not attack anyone else. So Inigo, who has killed his bandit and is now ganging up on the same person, is going to switch to, whoops, I'm going to parry him. Inigo is going to switch to a berserk mode and just start swinging all out without worry about defense, because we want to take this bandit down quickly before Nunny bites it. Hips here is also taking a beating, so Hips is going to parry, and Coco here is going to go all out as well, and we're just going to try to take these guys down as fast as possible so that we don't lose to some bandits, because that would be a really, really bad way to start this game. Okay, Coco takes them down. Coco will now parry against the new person. Hips will look to go after there. Okay. Third bandit is down. Everyone piles onto the last guy and he quickly falls. And here is the loot screen. Now, the game uses legit medieval currency. So there are 3 denominations: florins, which are gold coins and very valuable; groschen, which is kind of your everyday currency; and pfennigs, which is kind of like pennies. And the general idea here is that it's 12 pfennigs to the groschen and 20 groschen to the florin. And that sounds kind of crazy. A lot of currency systems in the medieval ages were on a dozen and a gross, were the, was it? So one of them that was in base 12, and the other was in base 20. There is a nice, interesting that each character has their own inventory. There's a very interesting mechanic here in that something that has no value cannot actually be sold to a merchant. And so you can use it as kind of a stopgap where everything you want is above the valueless object. Everything you don't want is trash below it, and it'll let you quickly sell without accidentally selling something important. Because the game doesn't make any distinction in your inventory between equipped and unequipped, and you can accidentally sell something you have equipped and then you're naked without realizing it. So I'm going to get in each of these. Whoops, I'd already took one of those. We're going to put one of these guys back, and we will distribute to a different person. Coco is going to take an article of clothing. Clothing does not have value in this game, kind of like this household, and will allow us to use that as a stopgap measure. Listen, Artsy. I hear you laughing over there. All right, so the quality of the gear that you loot, it loses quality when you loot it, primarily because it's the game's assuming that you kind of beat the shit up when you were fighting. So we got these bandits already had low quality gear to start, and now it's even worse. Do a listen count. And by using skills, you get better at them. So Nunny's impact weapons, her ability with her club, increased from 23 to 25. Coco got better at edged weapons and went from 14 to 17. Inigo, impact weapons went from 17 to 19. Battle results, victory. As you stand back from the now motionless bodies, windows open and people cheer your victory. An old, dignified woman comes up to you. Our thanks, stranger, for stopping these scum. We are finally free of their robberies and beatings. Don't look at me that tone of voice. I do voices on this channel. Crap armor be better than naked? Probably. So actually, that is a great point. Hips is already wearing vital leathers, so we'll put on some shitty basic clothing. I don't know if the clothing actually increases anything there. We will transfer some shitty leather armor to Nunny and Coco. And then we will equip shitty armor. And it goes in full armor already. Okay. Some activity still proceeds on the docks of Augsburg, even in the darkness. You decide to. We're going to go down the main street, and we're going to go back to the inn, because Hips and Nunny are real beat up right now. Mellow lanterns and a warm fire make the Ludwigshof a great place for good food and conversation, at least for the next month. You look around and decide to. Choices are catch up on local news and rumors, relax with a good meal and get 8 hours of sleep for 1 groschen and 4 pfennig, take up residence to work, pray, study, experiment, etc. Visit the stables where you can buy or sell mounts, store items with an innkeeper, or reconsider the composition of your party. We're going to go ahead and choose take up residence, because just getting a good meal and sleep won't actually heal us. It'll just restore our endurance. Now, on the screen here, we have several different options of things to do. Relaxing is primarily an endurance increase. Regain strength, which what Hips wants to do, will actually help heal them per day. Now, the party's healing rate is dependent on the highest healer skill, and I believe Nunny has the highest. So we're regaining 2 a day because they think their healing is at 30. Nunny is also injured and will regain strength. Coco is fully fine, as Wednesday would be, and she is going to earn a little bit of money because we got to actually pay for stuff, and we're kind of low on funds because we just started the game. So they make 4 pennies a day, 4 pfennigs a day as a craftsman. Not very much, but they're not particularly skilled right now. Inigo is almost fully healed, so he'll regain some strength, and then he'll start getting some odd jobs while we wait for the last two to heal. So 1 day passes. Inigo no longer needs to heal, so Inigo will earn some, and Inigo is going to work as a blacksmith, also earning 7 pfennig a day. This is exploitative labor practices, let me tell you. And we'll advance time a little faster here. We aren't actually earning enough money to pay for our inn, so we can't stay for too long. And if you stay for too long, your reputation starts to decrease because people are wondering, why are these guys just hanging around all the time and they aren't actually residents in our city? Are they up to something nefarious? Hips is done healing. Hips is going to get a job. Hips will make less money as a blacksmith. The glass ceiling is real. And now that Nunny is fully healed, we can leave and go back to murdering bandits. Actually, let's start by catching up on some news and rumors. Eyes and ears open. You read the official notices posted on doors and walls. By order of the Rat of the Reichsstadt, for the sake of public safety and decorum, no citizens of Augsburg shall travel about the streets in darkness after the hour of Compline, unless required unavoidably by an emergency or their occupation. The Frogger. And affairs elsewhere in the Empire. You pry for rumors and information, but nobody has any traveler's tales or personal experiences of interest. Did that say Frogger? The Frogger, F-R-A-G-E-R. Or Fragger, I guess, if you're going to be from the Midwest. Gossip about the situation here in Augsburg. After listening to what people consider news here, you wonder what keeps them awake from one day to the next. Clearly, there's a bunch of boring Germans. Try to discover special jobs or interesting adventurous tasks. After a few casual conversations, you learn that nothing. Literally nothing. There are no jobs. Okay. Maybe he does dash across the road and has to avoid the carts. Beer and sauerkraut. But that's not anything like new and interesting in Germany. That's just a day-to-day choices. Sauerkraut's good when you get good sauerkraut. All right. We're going to exit to the main street. We are going to go back to the groves. And we're going to wait until nightfall. We got 9 more hours of sleep. That's pretty impressive. We're going to go down the side streets. We will head back to the docks. We stumble around, making wrong turns. And we are back in combat with more shitty bandits. Alrighty, I think what I want to do, though, I want to bring Inigo up a bit. Because Inigo's actually got some armor. Whereas Nunny's got, well, I guess they all have armor now, but not as good as what Hips has got, or as what Inigo's got. We'll let them come a little closer. Nunny is going to start by parrying here. Okay, and then we will have everyone else attack. And hopefully we can, oof. Okay, Inigo, gonna go all out. Well, Coco is having a little bit of trouble this time, but Hips and Nunny dropped theirs quickly, and now we are on the last bandit. This went a lot smoother than the last fight did. We got some more falchions and some more leather. Okay. Nunny's impact weapons went up again. She's doing pretty good there. Coco got a bunch better in edge weapons, went from 17 to 20. Inigo went from 19 to 20 for impact weapons. Hips just hasn't really learned how to use her spear that well. The thieves lie motionless at your feet. You feel strangely content, as if a higher power intended them to meet such a fate. We don't look too beat up. I think we can risk one more fight. Okay. New bandits. These guys also wearing leather on their chests, and this time have clubs. Apparently God hates poor people. Who would have guessed? Coco downs hers quickly. Nunny's taking a real beating, though. Inigo downs his and goes to help Nunny. Hips is down to 1 hip, 1 endurance. That is very bad, but manages to stay up just barely. All right, so that pushed it a little closer than I wanted it to be. We will go ahead and leave here. Ah, she actually improved her polearms hips from 13 to 14. Get a little better at that thrusting. Okay, this is the old woman one. As you stand back from the now motionless bodies, windows open and people cheer your victory. An old, dignified woman comes up to you. Our thanks, strangers, for stopping these scum. We are finally free of their robberies and beatings. And I think we will head back down to the main street. And back to the inn. And we will go and take up residence again. Everybody is injured now, unfortunately, so I want to get them healed up as quickly as possible. Gonna go heals first, and then Coco, and then Nunny, and finally Hips. Okay, we're gonna leave here. And we've fought a few times, so let's go and sell some of our loot and see if we can actually get something that's better. I don't know if we've done enough to really get much, so let's go to the Crafts Guild and other darker side alleys. Navigating through the narrow streets you seek. Our choices are the guilds and craftsmen specializing in arms and armor, guilds and crafts that specialize in less violent pursuits. The Ludwigshof, a well-known inn, a small grove of trees where you can wait discreetly, the Fugerei, a dangerous slum, the main streets, the side streets, an alley leading to a piece of city wall, and a narrow way leading to one of the gates. We will go to the craftsman specializing in arms and armor. As you walk, you look down each cobblestone street. At ground level, signs with pictures portray the various guilds with crafts you turn toward. Swordsmith Lane, Armorer's Way, the Square of Bowyers and Gunsmiths. We will go to Armorer's Way. All right, so it looks like here at Augsburg, the Armorer sells at a quality of 29, so actually a little bit better than standard. So they may have some they have some actual decently skilled craftsmen here. Their choices of armor: leather, cuirbuli, chainmail, brigandine, plate armor. Leather is leather, cuirbuli is boiled leather, so it's stiffer and harder. Chainmail is interlocking rings. Brigandine is like leather with metal plates sewn in between them. Like two slabs of leather with metal plates sewn in. And then plate armor is big ass honkin' plates. Now, these things get expensive. I have literally 118 fennings to my name, and the cheapest armor is 130. Our limb armor is slightly different. They've got leather armor, studded leather armor, Guerbuli, scale, chainmail, brigandine, and plate. Yeah, it's actually really super tough when you boil leather. They also have some shields. I don't know if we're actually going to be able to afford any armor right now, but we've got 8 falchions that we can sell for 12 apiece. And we've got 10 leather that we can sell for 15 apiece. And some 4 clubs that we can sell for 1 apiece because nobody wants to buy sticks. That leaves us with 368 fennings. Oh, we are po. We're so poor we can't afford the R. We're just po. I think the best choice here is going to be to buy some better leather limb armor. I can afford, it looks like 2 of them, but that'll hopefully help avoid some of the really nasty hits we've been taking, and we can fight some more before having to heal up. So Hips will go ahead and purchase 1 for herself. Hips will then barter for another person. We'll purchase 1 for Nunny. And I do not have enough for Coco, unfortunately. That is deeply unfortunate. Okay. Is that due to the thickness of the plate armor, Diesel? Okay, so Hips has got that leather pants going on now, and no longer is wearing the skimpy leggings. With Nunny. It's the distribution of the weight, because like the chain should just kind of rest all on the shoulders. All right, we are going to leave here. Actually, I think I ended with the same amount of gold I started with. Being fully healed, let's go pick a few more fights. Now we got 12 hours of sleep. Insert the this is why I don't like video games, because it appeals to the male fantasy meme. Like a full night's sleep. So desperate. We're going to stumble back and forth in the docks again. Looks like we are fighting club bandits. Again, they still don't have particularly good armor on, which means we won't get all that much money from fighting them, but with luck, we will take less damage. Buff. Coco and Hips finish off their bandits and start double teaming the other ones. And we win. Hips gets better at pole arms. Nunny gets better at impact weapons. And that is the extent of the bonus. No new text to read, so we will go back down the side street and back to the docks, and we will get into another fight. And it looks like more club-wielding bandits. Unfortunately, I was hoping for some more falchions. Yep, it was old lady again. I haven't gone full Boris voice yet because Artsy threatens me. So I think old woman voice is slightly less angering to them. Inigo took some hits there. It's not good. And our damage numbers are starting to get a little bigger. The red damage is damage we're doing to them. White damage is damage being done to us. Nunny gets better with impact weapons. Coco gets better with edged weapons. Inigo gets better with impact weapons. And we finish another fight. We are strangely content. God wished them to die. We'll head back to town, into the inn. Inigo was getting double teamed. But you know, when you're the lone himbo in a party of powerful women, my guess is that happens more frequently than one might expect. All right, we all gonna heal up. Hi, Abigail. Welcome to HUBSMOD After Dark. Nunny has changed jobs and become an armorer, but is still earning less money. Yay, glass ceiling. Hips is making even less, though. So my hope is that we can get some halfway decent armor by doing this a few more times. And then maybe some sort of basic ranged weapon. And then maybe get out into the world a bit. Outside is dangerous, though. So I wanted to make sure that we didn't just die immediately as soon as we encountered our first set of wolves. All right, we're going to nap again until nightfall. And we're going to get 13 hours of sleep. Go back down our side street and then to the docks. We will stumble and we will wind up with more club bandits. We're going to go clubbing. Gonna go getting double teamed again. Well, if you keep encouraging me like that, Artsy, I think I might. I'll just have to blame you. It's all your fault. $17 to $19 on pole arms for hips. She's actually starting to get kind of good with that pole. There she goes, shaking that on the pole. Start singing some Eminem here. Everyone's increasing their combat skills. It's true, like, Dongela have that thing going on, but I don't think Artsy wants to bring spreadsheets onto their cozy channel. Ah, here's a new one. As you catch your breath, common folk come into the streets and thank you. Bless you, noble travelers, says an old porter. These thugs were terrorizing our neighborhood. Spreadsheets play games. Welcome to the Spreadsheet Gamer, not a BDSM podcast. Spreadsy. Ooh, Nani's getting better. She actually spots the danger first this time. Suddenly alert, Nani senses danger nearby. She warns you all of a group of cutthroat thieves in ambush. Quickly assessing the situation, you decide to. Our choices are offer all your possessions and grovel for mercy. Use your street sense to talk them into leaving you alone. Scare them away by showing yourselves to be armed and dangerous. We cannot call upon a saint to pacify them because we don't know one that can do this. We could try running away as quickly as possible. We don't have any alchemy that we can use to distract them, or we can attack them before they attack you. Hey, Diesel, sometimes, like, if all you have is a dull club, but you still want to be a cutthroat, you just really gotta saw over and over and over again. Eventually you'll break the skin. Now see, if we called it like spreadsheets make art, you could just say that we're making art on the sheets and it's fine. Painting sheets, you know? Off with their heads. Good choice. We're here for the money. It's all about the money, money, money. I just want your money, money, money. Can make your life flash before your eyes. More clubbers. Oh, I make so many dad jokes, Abigail. It's bad. Oh, so looks like one of the clubbers went off on their own. So we're gonna like double team this whole group. It's 4-on-3 action going on here. They no longer stand a chance. Like, I'm gonna go club with those hot chicks. Ugh, I got stabbed. Although I don't know, I think Nunny clubbed him. Clubbed him good. Like, Nunny's like, she's getting to be a beast with that club. E5's actually pretty high there. All right, this is the old porter. Bless you, noble travelers, says the old porter. These thugs were terrorizing our neighborhood. Oh, I think I can risk another fight. Hips is taking a little bit of damage though. Right. I guess the game decided that the falchion wielders are a little too strong for me right now because all I'm getting are clubs. I think, did we lose one of the bandits again? No, he's over there at the corner. Okay. Ooh, minus 13. That was a good hit. I think we'll end this fairly quickly. Although you need to go over here. Oh. They just got a lot of hits on the ladies. There we go. That's probably enough fighting for today. My people are kind of hurt. Hips gets better with her spear. Nunny continues to massively improve with her club. Coco's going up a bit with her short sword, and Inigo didn't get any skills. Yeah, I need more armor. Our thanks, strangers, for stopping these scum. We are finally free of their robberies and beatings. My brittle old woman Hip couldn't take another beating. All right, we're back at the inn. We'll take up residence for a bit. Hip's really hurt right now. Oh, Nunny's actually up making 7 with Coco. We're starting to shatter the glass ceiling, folks. I'm actually kind of curious. So I'm going to open up the overland map here. Our party fame is unknown. Party fame is kind of like the score of the game. The whole point is to be famous, although there is a main storyline. It does influence how people interact with you. Here on this really tiny map here, we can see that we are at Augsburg, and we are respected. Our local reputation is plus 30. All those people are talking about how we are kicking the ass of those bandits, which is fantastic. Let's go back to the crafts district. We'll go to the arms and armor. Go back to Armorer's Way, and we'll sell some more of this crap. We killed 20 bandits without having to rest, which is nice. 517 pfennings. So Coco is still wearing some clothing, so we need to get Coco some armor. Okay, here we are with Coco. Gotta protect her limbs. The question is, do we get some cheap leather, which gives us the opportunity to improve some of the really shitty leather that we pulled off of some dead bodies? Or do we just get Coco some studded leather and keep her with the ratty dead body leather? I think we'll go for the basic leather, and then maybe we'll be able to replace one of the shitty leathers. I think that seems like the best course of action here. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and put that on Coco now so it is, I don't accidentally sell it later. Flip that. And let's see if I can get Nunny some better vitals armor. Okay. Apparently this town doesn't sell studded leather for the vitals. They only go up to right to Queerbuli. I think instead of dropping 130 on higher quality leather armor, since I'm already wearing ratty leather armor, I think what we'll do is we'll just save our money here. And it looks like after one more night of this, I might be able to actually buy some decent chest armor. Unfortunately, the game has a very slow start unless you want to really risk it outside. I'm taking it kind of slow and easy. When I really play this game, like when I was a kid and I play this game like every day, I think I spent years in the same town just grinding out until everyone was in full plate armor and then just terrorized everyone. Ooh, swords this time. That means more money. It is a cozy game. They still aren't wearing any limb armor. They're just wearing clothing, but they've got falchions, and falchions sell for money. Whereas clubs are just like, here, have a penny. Eventually here we'll buy some ranged weapons and we can pelt them on their as they walk toward us. Well, they're getting a lot better. Inigo actually hasn't done anything. No, I don't want to surrender. I hit the wrong button. Oof. Coco just took several hits in a row. Okay. Falchions, leather armor, leave. Coco goes from 27 to 31 in edged weapons, and Inigo's finally like, oh, hey, I learned something, dude. After several battles of not improving at all. Yep, penny for your stick. Old woman thanks us from preventing the robberies and beatings. We will slip down the side street and go back to the docks. Nunny once again senses the ambush. Strong like bull, dumb like rock. We will attack them before they attack you. Like, Nunny's like, hey, I hear someone down there. Should we avoid him? And he goes like, nah, let's go bash their heads in anyway. I think we'll actually have Nunny and Inigo walk forward a bit, because I would like Hips and Coco not to be taking all the beatings here. We're going to spread out the pain. There we go. Gonna have some of this. Oof, Inigo took a heavy hit. Hey, they asked for it. They even walked toward it. We're like, we're here with your pain, and they're all, okay. Clearly they just forgot their safe word, unfortunately. Remember, kids, safe words are important. I'm going to go one more time. I'm going to live dangerously. Oh, no one wanted to fight me that time. There we go. Nunny once again senses danger. Into the fight. Nah, I'm actually very, very risk averse. I'm the sort of person that save scums when things don't go my way in video games. Oof. Hips took it hard. But they're getting to be better fighters, so they're just kind of slaughtering these bandits now. The fights last a lot shorter than they used to. Gunny's up to 43 with impact weapons. That's impressive. Got that big mama energy coming on. All right. In with stables. Take up residence. Nunny took no damage that night. She was crushing skulls left and right. Let's see if that was enough. It would be really nice if we could get some better armor. That was enough. 722. Okay. That means... Uh-oh. We're getting errors again. All right. Nunny is now wearing Querbuli, so like Inigo, got that epic abs and breastplate going on. You getting errors, Artsy? Yeah, we had. Then we bought some armor, and now we're Poe again. Out of curiosity, we can afford a throwing axe. Well, they actually have some... Okay, so throwing axes are 57, so we can give 2 of our people that want to throw stuff a throwing axe, and they can chuck that at the start of combat. That sounds like an idea. Axe murder, please? Okay. For you, Audie. Hips throws. And I think we made Nunny throw. No, Hips. Hips was going to be the the guns, or was Hips the thrower? Coco was missile devices. And Inigo was missile devices. I think Nunny and Hips were the throwers. So we will give Hips a throwing axe. And we will give Nunny a throwing axe. And equipment, let's move it up to be protected so I don't accidentally sell it, because I would do something like that. I will equip the throwing axe, and now here on the right side, I've got this axe that's about thigh high that my character will throw. And we will do the same with Nunny. And now with those throwing axes, we will be able to, as we get, we'll probably miss a heck of a lot. But as they get better, they can even just drop somebody before they get to you. Because, you know, nothing kind of ruins your night like getting an axe to the chest. All right, we'll go back to the side streets. We'll go to the grove. And we'll wait till nightfall. Thanks, Artsy. I will hydrate. 11 hours of rest. 6 or 8, Audie. I never understand how people can have coffee just before bed. Makes no sense to me. I think Artsy is going to have a heart attack just thinking about that much coffee. Or an axe to the face. You're right, Diesel. All right, more clubbers. This time I will press M for missile, and we will missile an axe to the face of the lead clubber. And they both completely miss. Good job, ladies. No, I don't want to surrender. I want to stop pressing buttons. Just like Artsy. Fortunately, thrown weapons don't usually break when you throw them, so... Whoops. I gave that to the wrong person. I can just go collect it again. Neither of them got better at throwing, so we're going to have a lot more misses. Oh. Unfortunately, I forgot. I gave them one axe each, so it unequipped when I threw it, so I got to actually manually re-equip. If I had more axes, then they would stay equipped, and it'd be less micromanagement. So we will carry that. We'll go back and we'll missile. There we go. Hey, you hit this time. Good job. I am proud of you. Wednesday dropped hers instantly. Eighth cup of coffee. Dang. Why did your edged weapons go up? It should be throwing weapons. I wonder if there's a bug with throwing axes and it increases edged weapons instead of throw. I generally use javelins, but there's no javelins in this town for some reason. Nunny senses more danger. And no one's going to listen to Mama Bear, and we're just going to go attack him again. And we will have to re-equip the throwing axes, because the game is like that, because it's old, and quality of life is not a thing that all happens very often. And we will throw, and we will throw, and we missed. Good job. Shorter fights, less damage. Crunch. Yeah, unfortunately, it looks like there's some bug here, and I'm getting better with melee axes by throwing the axe with Nunny. Not a terrible thing, as long as you're hitting. Hey, Bringsbane, welcome to HUBSMOD After Dark. Yeah. Good to have you. And enjoy, even if it's, get to watch the whole thing after the stream's over. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Hips is almost dead. When did that happen? Oh, that was close. I guess we're done fighting for tonight. Okay, since Bringsbane has not heard me narrate the game, we'll go back and do some of these. Mellow lanterns and a warm fire make the Ludwigshof a great place for good food, conversation, at least for the next month. You look around and decide to take up residence to work, pray, study, experiment, etc. I have a feeling we are going to be here for a while, because Hips got hurt. Inigo's starting to make more money as an armorer, though. Looks like his skills are becoming more valuable. And hey, look, Nani completely shattered the glass ceiling and is also making 8 fenning a day. Aw, thank you, Audie. That's really sweet of you. I'm actually at the point here where we're making more money than it costs as long as 3 people are working, so I'm not losing money by waiting to regain strength. I think something we're going to do, though, is actually buy a second throwing axe for each of the ladies, because I'm tired of having to re-equip them after every combat. It's getting annoying. I have to say, I have taken inspiration from listening to the Wheel of Time audiobooks with Artsy, because they actually do some good voices with those. Okay. Nani and Hips will each get a second throwing axe. Don't think 400 fenning is enough to upgrade armor right now. Nope, I need 600 for that. What kind of weapons? Ooh, two-handed sword. We can go right from the tiny stuff to the big guns. Battle axes. Great hammer. Hey, Diesel, we got the big hammer. We can actually do that. Or a giant cudgel. Thank you, Audie. Maul, military hammer, mace, club, flails, pikes, halberds, long spear, short spear, quarterstaff. It's hammer time! Great hammer is 900. It's pretty expensive. I think we might save up for that, though. Because we're not taking too much damage, we might be able to really crush some skulls. Quickly, and that would end up ending fights fast is good. Ending fights fast means we get more fights. Oh, still missing with those axes. They were far enough away that I almost threw twice. which is cool, except for the fact I don't want you to throw twice, because then I'll have to re-equip your shit. Oh, so much nicer. Ouch. Okay, so Hips increases throwing weapons when she throws her axe, but Nunny's increasing edged weapons when she throws her axe. So something weird's going on there. All right. Disappear down the side streets. We'll go back to the docks. Nunny is our perceptive one, and she senses the cutthroat thieves, and we charge in and attack them before they attack us, and they are more clubbers. Night, Diesel. Sweet dreams. Say goodnight to Dilba. Ah, now we're increasing thrown weapons. Looks like the bug corrected itself. Bless you, noble travelers, says an old porter. These thugs were terrorizing our neighborhood. More clubbers. We got better armor yet? Nope, still terrible armor. I think we're getting to the point where we can go a whole night without having to stop. That's good. Exactly. Who needs sleep? I need sleep. Artsy probably needs sleep. HUBSMOD needs sleep. Hips getting better at throwing those hips. As is Nunny. Edged weapons increasing for Wednesday. And Inigo's getting better at hammer time. Oh, it's daytime. We went all night. We will go ahead and sell our loot. $846. All right, we'll buy some nice boiled leather for Wednesday. Cocoa bean. We now officially have better than standard basic armor for everybody. So I'm thinking that we should just risk it for the biscuit and head out into the wide world. Why not? Mistakes make for good streaming, right? We'll heal up first, because the thing I don't want to do is go out into the world injured. Hips is still not earning as much as everybody else, unfortunately. Right. Listen, Audie. You know my preference for foods. They're not all weird, and biscuits are delicious. Whether they're the British biscuits or the American biscuits. Alright, so we are going to set off toward one of the main gates leading out of the city. The gate is heavily guarded, but most of the guards are watching for people trying to get into the city illegally, not for those trying to leave. You decide to simply walk out of the city right past the guards. Hide among the people leaving the city and sneak out using your agility and streetwise. We don't have an alchemical distraction or a saint that we can call upon for aid. We could draw weapons and attack the guards. We could see if it's possible leaving the city by the way of the wall instead, or not leave the city just yet. We are not wanted by the city, so there is no reason to try to do any of the other ones, and we will simply walk out of the city right past the guards. This is called old school copy protection. Before the days of DRM, old games had you reference a physical piece of paper in order to determine if you actually owned the game or if somebody made an illegal copy of the game. So in order to continue on the game, we must select the alchemical symbol for sulfur. DRM, Digital Rights Management. It is the encoding that games are put on to make sure that you are not pirating them. For example, all games sold through Steam come with DRM. You must have Steam on in order to play the game. Games sold through GOG have no DRM, and you could transfer them to another computer. And you don't need to be signed into anything. So I have, because this is a very old game, a scanned PDF of the appropriate responses to this, because if I were to get it wrong, that would be very bad. Let's go take a look. All right, here's a scanned PDF of the world map. We're going to go to here and have the Darklands codes. And oh boy, that is very tiny. Now, I really like alchemical symbols because I am a chemistry teacher. Alchemy is the foundation of modern chemistry. So we want sulfur. And according to this table, sulfur is the triangle with the dot in this, not triangle, I'm sorry, diamond with a dot in the center. So let's flip back to our game. That should be number 4 is what it was called. Fingers crossed, because I haven't actually saved the game yet. And that was good. And we are on the world map. We are in the south, near Munich. What, this music, Audie? I'm going to find a city that has good armor. Rottweil. I wonder if I can get Rottweilers there. Zurich, Basel, Freiburg. The symbols. Oh, you might have seen them before. Some of them are astrology symbols. So if you know your astrology symbols, then you might recognize that. Prague, Dresden, Leipzig, Brandenburg, Mainz, Koblenz, Köln, Frankfurt, Worms, all. Where's Nuremberg? I don't... Oh, there it is. All right, we'll go north a bit. So we can wander along the roads. I'm going to go ahead and save the game here. Hips Don't Lie is the name of our save here. And we are going to travel along the road. Traveling along the road can actually be more dangerous because you can encounter human bandits instead of things like wolves. It does make your travel faster though. In the top right corner of the screen here, we've got the day-night cycle. And one full day-night cycle advances the calendar by 1 day. Suddenly, Nunny holds up her hand. I think someone or something is hidden up ahead, she whispers. You respect her perceptions and decide to ignore the warning and press onward. Use charisma and speaking skill to bluff your way past whatever might be lurking. Cry out you surrender yourselves to their mercy, or quietly sneak around them and avoid any fighting. I think we're going to use charisma and speaking skill here, because if they're humans, we might be able to talk our way out of this. And although we won't get loot for fighting them, it will improve our speaking skills. And being able to charm people is important for some parts of this game. With a great bellow, Hip shouts, "What's going on here?" Then in a virtuoso display of commanding presence, she succeeds in completely intimidating the bandit soldiers until they feel lucky to be allowed to leave before you consign them to some unimaginably horrible fate. Artsy, how non-PG-13 can I be right now? Can I describe some unimaginable, horrible fates? Okay, it's still Artsy's channel. I will leave these unimaginable, horrible fates at the hands of Hips to your imagination. Well, they believed me, is all Hip says to explain her surprising performance. Kitty, the eyes say it all. Speak Common changes from 25 to 28. A large tent flutters in the breeze ahead, the pavilion of a traveling alchemist. His wagon is attached to the pavilion by a flap of cloth, while his own oxen graze in a meadow. The alchemist greets you in a friendly manner. I am trying to obtain certain potions. I would be delighted to offer you my iron arm if you have something that interests me. What say you? You? Unfortunately, I don't seem to have an alchemical potion that he wants. I will politely refuse and go our way in peace. Yes, exactly. Sonic hip attack. Wham! Knock them into next Thursday. Nice, I'm coming up to a castle here. Oh, before that, I have been brought into an event. Looking into the next valley, you see a fierce battle raging. A group of well-armed robbers is assaulting a merchant caravan. The caravan guards, although outnumbered and losing, still defend their charge valiantly. You decide to charge into the fray and rescue the merchants, or bypass this sad scene and continue your travels. Now, this fight tends to be kind of tricky for underarmed people, and we're still in some kind of low quality armor here. Do we want to risk it and get in the good graces of these merchants and maybe get rewarded very handsomely? Or do we want to let them be overwhelmed and continue on our way safely, but the merchants are going to die? What do we want to do, chat? Okay. Help them. We will charge into the fray. I don't know what's going on with YouTube. Yeah, we'll charge in. All right, let's take a look at this combat. Okay, we've got bandits. They've got their leather armor and falchion, but they're also use padded limb armor now. So they're actually slightly better armored, but otherwise they're just the same bandits we've been fighting before. And we have a sergeant with scale armor, better than anything we have equipped, and padded, which is worse than leather. A medium shield, so gets a nice defensive bonus there. A halberd, big axe on a stick, and a short bow. So he can actually pelt us from long range, and that is dangerous. And there are way more of them than there are us. Oh boy. Okay, so we're going to actually engage in some little more advanced tactics here. And I think we are going to run around the corner so that we can't be shot. And from there, we will kind of fight them back into the corner. Okay, they're all coming towards us now. The game's AI is very limited because we're running on like 7 megabytes here. One down. Oh boy. Wednesday's taking on the sergeant. Well, the good news is Hip survived. Coco went down and has fainted. Unfortunately was tag teamed there. Hips is now down. I may have lost this fight. Nani's taken some heavy hits. Actually, I can't view Coco at this time. I should have used that heal potion. I didn't even think about it. I don't think I'm going to win this. Nope. This is going to end very badly. And I lose. Okay, well, we tried. Well, Nani's thrown weapons have gotten better. Impact weapons got better here. Battle results, defeat. Slowly, consciousness returns. You find the bandits have left you for dead and gone back to the merchant caravan. It lies below you in the center of the valley. The wagons are a smoking ruin with bodies scattered about. Painfully, you collect everyone, bind up the worst wounds, and go down to the valley floor where you can bury the dead. Did I lose anything? They actually did not take anything. I am shocked. I am very injured. Go ahead and save here. And, whoops. We will regain strength because we are desperate. And we will do our best to heal up as much as possible. We have soldiers coming toward camp, so we will try to talk them into letting us stay. Leave or pay. On patrol, Inigo spots a party of soldiers headed toward the camp. Alas, someone has discovered your presence here. You quickly leave before they discover you. And we will continue on. I'm going to check out this castle. Looking across a dark, cultivated valley, you see a vast castle standing on an open knoll. You decide to. Our choices are bravely approach the gate, where you politely ask admittance to see the castle lord. Pause and talk to the peasant farmers. Pray to a saint for guidance, or remain out of sight until after midnight, then select the best way to force an entrance. Let's talk to the peasants. See what kind of lord this person is. The farmers bow and nod politely, impressed but frightened by your appearance and self-confidence. Despite her best efforts, Hips is unable to get any useful information except the name of this place, Heidenheim. Okay, so we don't know anything about this castle. Let's see if we can enter it. We will bravely approach the gate, and we will politely ask for admittance. Alas, your manner lacks charm. Your speech is far from fair, and neither the local reputation nor fame are sufficient to recoup the debacle. We have no need for your type around here, shouts down the gate guard. Begone, quickly now. We want no trouble from you. You retire into the trees and reconsider your options. I think we will just leave at this point. Clearly, they did not see the glory that is Hips from up on top of the gate. We're going to see if that's far enough. Nope. Still. Oh. Let's see if we can heal a bit more before we get caught again. Alright, there's some bandits coming our way. The time spent by Hips guarding the camp pays off. In the morning, she spots a party of bandits heading your way. They must suspect someone is in the area and are investigating. You decide to... I'm going to go ahead and leave before they discover us, because all of our people are very injured, and I don't think I can survive another fight. Yeah, Kitty, I know. They don't know Hips don't lie. Hey, look, it's a town. Right, so we will enter town. This is Nuremberg. Before you lies the walled city of Nuremberg, an imperial free city with the finest metalworkers in the empire. This is the place where we can get the best armor. As a free city, the Rat of the Reichstag has selected the Schutzdienst to direct day-to-day affairs. You suspect you will be unknown here. Therefore, the choices are go to the main gate in broad daylight, approach the main gate during the night watch, attempt to cross the wall during the day, it'll take a few hours to find the best point, attempt the wall during the night, it'll take a number of hours to find the best spot, or decide to travel elsewhere. We don't have any need for trying to sneak over the walls, so we will go to the main gate in broad daylight. Since it is night, you wait until dawn breaks before approaching the main gate. At the gate, a line of people wait to enter Nuremberg. The guard collects a toll from each person, so the overall cost for your party will be 1 groschen. You decide to either pay the toll and enter, use your charm and speaking skill to befriend the guards, hide among the crowd and sneak in using your agility and streetwise, throw weapons and attack, or stand back and reconsider your options. I think Hips is going to try again. See if Hips can convince the guards that they deserve to enter for free. Welcome, Jared. So glad to have you. The sergeant of the guard is overwhelmed by your charm. He invites you to the gatehouse for a dip of water to wash away the travel dust. Soon he regards you as old companions. He escorts you through a small passage and opens the guard room door to the city. Smiling, he says, "No tolls for you today." You give him a friendly slap on the ass and stroll forth into Nuremberg. So I guess Hips did do her thing. So Goblin King Jared, I had chat name our intrepid party of 4. We've got Shakira McBooty, otherwise known as Hips. And as you know, hips don't lie. We've got Nunya Biznaz, otherwise known as Nunny. We've got Coco, also known as Wednesday Bean. And we've got Inigo, our lone himbo of the group, also known as Ralph McButts. So thank you very much, chat. Looking down the main street of Nuremberg, you decide to set off toward. We will go to. We have the political center, the great fortress overlooking the city, the central market, the tall spires of the great churches, the crafts guild and other darker side alleys, the Till Eulenspiegel, a well-known inn with stables, the wharves and docks, a side street where you're less visible, and a scenic grove where you can wait and relax. The options are pretty much the same as the other city. Sometimes you get things like universities or cathedrals, and you can actually have more options. But we are going to go to the inn for now. And we will take up residence because we are badly injured after losing that fight. It's also much more expensive to be here than it was in the other place. So I'm going to use up all my cash just trying to heal. That's no bueno. Okay, before I run out of cash, just in time, I think we're going to have to do some more bandit fighting. So we were not prepared for that combat. We got wasted. So we will wait until nightfall. Rolling among the trees, you find an especially soft and pleasant place, sunlit and not too windy. You settle down here, backs against sturdy oats, and nap until nightfall. You awaken 13 hours later. The dream. You all feel refreshed and awake, as if you'd had a regular night's sleep. Of course, you're a bit dirtier too. Out of curiosity, Jared, how many days does it take you to get 13 hours of sleep right now? Going to leave down our side street. We will head toward the docks. 3. Yeah, it sounds about right. Combat. All right, we're back to Belcheniers. Get better armor. That leather just does not hold up. Hips is getting better with her pull. Nunny is really getting up there with impact weapons. Still has that bug apparently with the oh, you know what? She never collected. I wasn't able to collect the throwing axes in the other place, so I actually am down 2 throwing axes now from losing that fight. That's frustrating. I have to go buy some more. All right, let's go back down the side street and back to the docks. Nunny senses some more danger nearby. She warns us all of a group of cutthroat thieves in ambush. We will attack them before they attack us. Or falchion users. Oh, they are far away this time. Let's throw our axes. Bonk. Ooh, we hit one. Ouch. Fortunately, Hips is taking some damage again, but we're downing them pretty quickly. As you catch your breath, common folk come into the streets and thank you. Bless you, noble travelers, says an old porter. These thugs were terrorizing our neighborhood. As you can see, that there are like 4 or 5 different options that can happen, but you do repeat the same text over and over again after a while. We'll go back to the docks. We'll get into another fight. I have to manually re-equip here. Ran out of axes. Throw the axe at the nasty bandit. Merrily, 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 merrily. Blood flows from the wound. Alright, so we're at the docks again. We'll go back down the side street and back to the docks to get into another fight. Fortunately, the ladies keep missing with the throwing axes, but that does mean that they will get better with the throwing axes. It just takes a little bit of time. Fun fact while we're doing this, I had to fiddle around with sound settings for the game because since the time that this game came out, the way that MIDI music was encoded and read changed. And so the default sounds for the game are now like a piano sound for the swords clashing together, and when you like shot a bow, instead of a twang sound, it made a sound like a fart. So it sounded kind of silly. I needed to fiddle around with some files in order to get it to actually return to the sound it was supposed to be doing. All right, so we go back to the side streets and back to the docks, and we'll get into another fight, and we will repeat the process that we've been doing. We're starting to get close to the end here. Got about 10 minutes left. So while we're in the middle of this fight, since I can let the computer kind of do its thing, Is this game something that those of you who have interest in joining me next week would like me to continue to play, or shall I pick another retro game I can enunciate? I talk good. To try out. Oh, I just left an X because I was silly. A back bow, only lower. All right, we're going to go to... here we go. Your eye is caught by a sleek-skulled little man with 3 walnut half-shells and a dried pea. Come, play the game, he cajoles. Only a groschen. He explains, I put the dried pea under a shell. See? Then I shuffle the shells. He suits action to words. Now, which shell holds the pea? It's obvious, and you point to it. Sure enough, you are right. See how easy it is, said the fellow. That was just practice, since you didn't pay. Let's play for real. If you win, you get 2 groschen. Are we going to play the shell game, or are we going to laugh and walk away? The game is literally hundreds of hours. You can play this for a very long time. All right, then we will continue playing this game. I'll play the shell game. Is that what you're referring to, Artsy? Yeah, shell game. Okay. Smiling with pleasure, the fellow takes your groschen. Then he puts the pea under the middle shell and switches them around very quickly. You aren't quite sure, but it looks to you like the pea is still under the middle shell. Which shell should you pick? You pick the right-hand shell, the center shell, or the left-hand shell. It's like Animal Crossing, Artsy. High or low? What do you think, chat? Right, center, or left? One vote for center. 2 votes for center. Okay, that's enough. Curses! The pea was under the right-hand shell all the time. Aw, too bad, said the little man insincerely. Let's try again. Maybe this time you'll win. Just a groschen. Should we play again, or should we just walk away? Walk away, HUBSMOD. Walk away. Okay, Artsy's pretty insistent over there. The sow market. A umlaut. I'm not particularly good at that. Jared can hear my really terrible German and correct me. The main market of Nuremberg is the bustling center of all business activity. Stalls and pavilions fill the downstairs hall, while the rich merchants and factors have offices above. You go toward... have the choices of the merchants selling everyday items, the pavilions of the foreign traders, the pharmacist's stalls, the Fugger banking offices, the office of the Medici representative, the Hanseatic League Hall, the Lee House, a Fugger pawn shop, an exit to the main street and the side streets. I actually didn't mean to go here. I meant to go to the craft guilds. So I think we'll back off and go to the crafts district. Then we're going to go to the arms and armor, and we'll see what the armorers have here. Ooh, so quality 37, much higher than the 29 we had before. Still not much option. It is more expensive here, though, so I don't know if I'll actually be able to afford anything. Well, let's start by selling... $778 Fenning. Plate armor's in the 4,000s here. It's really expensive. I have enough for Elquirbuli, or limbs, and I have enough for vital. But you know, we were still taking damage when we were outside. Coco, I think, is still using shitty armor. No, Coco's in V Quirbuli and L leather. Is everyone in decent gear here? We are. Hips is in V leather. So an option then is that we can start upgrading some of our limb leather armor. Well, we can afford L Quirbuli. Let's do that. We will go ahead. Actually, no, because Hips is in 25 quality vital leather and 29 quality limb leather. So I think what we'll do is we will go back to Hips and we will give them 37 quality V Quirbuli so that we can utilize the best armor we have for every person. We will spend all of our money on boiled leather armor. We'll pop this one up here. Now they've got an awesome 6-pack according to the little mannequin. And we will sell that leather that we originally purchased for them. Or I think they actually came with that leather. 64 fitting, and we will leave. And we will check out the bowyers and gunsmiths. We have more throwing axes, so I can replace those lost ones. Just barely. Okay. Barter for Nani and to purchase throwing axe. And it is 9:59. It is time here for me to end. So we'll go ahead and save this as, we'll call it Hips 3. Thank you, everybody, for playing with me today. I deeply appreciate it. Thank you for hanging out with me. This was a great first stream for me. And perhaps I will do as Artsy says and eventually start my own channel here. Thank you. And I will. Thank you, Ruby. And thanks, Kitty. Thanks for hanging out. I don't know everyone in the chat as well as I would like, so hopefully I'll get the opportunity to see you guys again. Thanks, Cassandra. I'm kind of like Artsy here. I don't know really how to end streams like that, so bye.